This is Granada Men and Motors, this is Two Wheels Better, and this is Carl Fogarty. Carl, World Superbikes as against GPs. In the UK, World Superbikes incredibly popular. But why do you think that is? Is it all down to you?
Well, I think the biggest reason, obviously, you've got a British world champion in superbikes. I think that's a lot to do with it. I think the British public stick by their own and come out and support their own. As you see when the races at Brands Hatch and at Donington, it's just, you know, massive crowds, and I just don't think they're prepared to go to like Grand Prix and watch some foreign guy win a race. They don't really want to. They don't really know. And but also, I think the superbikes, it's related to the public a lot more. You know, the guys who ride the bikes, they're going to see the same sort of bikes going around. You get two races in one day, and the racing's usually really close and really spectacular. You know.
All you guys are incredibly fast, hell of a lot of skill, a lot of courage. Is there a difference between Grand Prix riders and World Superbike? I mean, how do you think Mick Doohan would do in Superbikes, for instance? I
think right now he'd probably struggle, to be honest. You know, I'm really honest about it as well. I think if he came to Superbike, he would struggle to get in the top three. I really mean that. I think, but at the same time, it would be difficult for someone, myself, to go into 500 and beat him. You know, he's been on that bike 6-7 years. You know, it works for him 100%. So does the team, and it's what he's used to doing. You know, it's hard for someone to go into that arena and try and beat him. But at the same time, for him to come to Superbikes, he would find it very hard to get up front and win. That's just the way we're riding the bikes nowadays, you know, and more people can ride a Superbike to its limits than the 500, really.
Well, this is what I was going to ask you. I wondered how important that was. Is it the style of riding or the bike? The bikes, performance-wise, are pretty similar, aren't they? I mean, you've got bigger engines in Superbike, but top speed and acceleration similar to Grand Prix?
They're not far off, to be honest. I think the 500 is still a little bit quicker, obviously. Acceleration, top speed, a little bit as well. But Superbike's obviously bigger CC and heavier as well, so that's obviously the main reason there. No, but both can really mix and match. This is like Scott Russell was sort of running 3rd, 4th in Superbikes when he went to GPs, and he's doing pretty much the same now. And Kaczynski, who sort of finished 2nd in the World 500 Championships in '94, and he's sort of lying 3rd at the moment, 4th at the moment. So he can mix and match, but you know, like I say, it would be very hard to go and actually win the 500, as it would be for Doohan to come to Superbike and win. Now, I think 4 or 5 years ago, yeah, he would have won, but not now. He would really have to fight for his life out there against some guys who are really talented on Superbikes.
I think people in general associate you with 4-strokes. You're very much a 4-stroke man and not so much a 2-stroke man, Carl.
I think I've just been, a reputation of being one of those guys that can ride any sort of bike, and I've done that all my career. I can jump on anything and win on it, as you've seen, like, you know, this year with a Honda. It's a strange bike, and I've won races on it. But I would definitely change, probably better than what a lot of others would. It would probably take me less time to switch to a 500, as some other riders. As I've proven, I've done one-off rides in Grand Prix.
Any regrets about not being in Grand Prix at all? I know sometimes you thought about it in the past, but you seem to be happy with World Superbike.
Yeah, I think I'm just fortunate, you know, to be in a World Championship, which is as big as Grand Prix in some ways. But still, I'd like to have had a crack at it, yeah, just like anybody else. You know, maybe it still happened, I don't know, but it would have been better if it happened quite a few years ago, because to jump on a 500, you know, as to jump on any bike, like, it's going to take time to adapt to that, and I haven't got time to be, you know, and patience to be sort of running around 6th and 7th, like wasting the year and then trying to win it the year after. I just, you know, I don't want to be racing that long, you know. And